Good morning, children. Namaste, children. I am Nandini Miss here. I am going to take social. Before going to the lesson, I will tell you a thought. Nothing is permanent in this world, not even our troubles. When we get troubles, we feel very sad, but our troubles are not permanent. It will vanish when time goes. So, nothing is permanent in this world, not even our troubles. I repeat the thought, nothing is permanent in this world, not even our troubles. Today I am going to take a lesson from history. The lesson name is What, Where, How and When. Okay children, before going to the lesson, had you ever imagined what the ancient people ate? What kind of clothes they wore, what type of houses they lived? You heard about stories and songs of the ancient people, about them and all. If you think, then you will go for history of their life. Now, what is history? History is about changes that occur time. It is about finding out how things were in the past and how things have changed. Again I repeat, history is about changes that occur time. It is about finding out how things were in the past and how things have changed. Here we are comparing the past and the present. Now I am showing you a map. It's a map of India rivers. In this map, in the northern part you can see the river Indus and its tributaries in the northwestern part. And then in the northeastern part you can see Ganga river and its tributaries, and then Brahmaputra river. And in southern part you can see Narmada, Tapti rivers, and then Mahanadi river, Godavari river, Krishna river and Kaveri river. These are all the major rivers of India. If you see here, people lived along the banks of the river Narmada for several 100,000 years ago. Some people are skilled gatherers. People gathered food, fruits, roots, other plant products, etc. Some people done hunting also. And if you see Sulaiman and Kirtar hills, areas where women and men first began to grow crops such as wheat and barley 8,000 years ago. People also began rearing sheep, goat and cattle lived in villages. And in the northeastern part of India you have Garo hills. And in the central India you have India region. There and all people developed agriculture. And in Indus and its tributaries near that area, people lived, and about 4,700 years ago some of the earliest cities flourished on the bank of these rivers. And Ganga and its tributaries are there. 2,500 years ago cities developed on the banks of river Ganga. Sun is one of the tributary of the river Ganga. Here the Magadha kingdom is located. Now it is in the state of Bihar. Its rulers are very powerful and set up a large kingdom. Kingdoms were set up in other parts of the country also. So even in South India also, near the river areas, kingdoms were set up. Because people need water for everything. So wherever river is available, people started to live there and they started to develop the kingdom. So Magadha kingdom is a powerful kingdom. And the rivers in North India, Indus, Ganga and Brahmaputra are the ever-flowing river because they are from the snow-covered Himalayas. South Indian rivers depends on the rainfall. Now we are going for the names of the land. Two of the words we often use for our country are India and Bharat. So now we are going to see the India, our country's name, how it came. The word India comes from the river Indus. The Indus river called in Sanskrit name as Sindhu, in Sanskrit language as Sindhu. The Iranians and the Greeks who came through the northwest about 2500 years ago and were familiar with the Indus called it the Indos or the Indos, and the land to the east of the river was called India. And again the name Bharata was used for a group of people who lived in the northwest and who are mentioned in the Rig Veda. It was mentioned in Rig Veda. I think you know that there are 4 Vedas: Rig, Yajur, Sama and Atharvana Veda. Rig Veda is the earliest composition in Sanskrit. It dated to about 3500 years ago. Later the name was used for the country. So our country is having 2 names, India and Bharata. India and Bharata. Again I repeat, our country has 2 names, India and Bharata. And now, I said history is a study of the past, and the people who study history, scholars who study about the past is known as historians. Historians study the past. For them to study the history, archaeologists are highly helpful. Archaeologists are the people explore and excavate, that is dig under the surface of earth to find tools, weapons, pots, pans, ornaments and coins. They use these objects to study the past. So these objects are known as sources of history. Other than that, manuscript and inscriptions also used. The manuscript and inscription are the main sources which give information about a king or a kingdom. So other sources are, as I say, pots, pans, tools, weapons, etc. Now we will see what is manuscript. Manu meaning hand. Manuscripts are written by hand. They are usually written on palm leaf or on specially prepared bark of a tree known as the birch, which grows in Himalayas. So manuscript means written in hand. They are written on palm leaf or specially prepared bark of a tree known as birch. The tree birch grows in Himalayas. Now we are going to see a manuscript. This is a page from a palm leaf manuscript. The manuscript was written about 1000 years ago. The palm leaves were cut into pages and tied together to make books. To see a birch bark manuscript. So these manuscripts and inscription are the archaeological sources, important archaeological sources. Inscriptions, these are writings on relatively hard surface such as stone or metal. King's orders, their victories are inscribed in that. Once more I repeat, inscriptions, these are writings on relatively hard surface such as stone or metal. King's orders, their victories are inscribed in that. So these objects survive for a long time if they are hard, if they are made up of hard substance. Whatever sources the historians or the archaeologists got, they are all survive for a long time if they are made up of hard substance. Otherwise, if they are imperishable substance, then only they will be survive. Otherwise, they will not survive for a long time. And now you are seeing an inscription. Once these sources are found, they develop it bit by bit. Once by getting all these sources, the historians develop the study. They develop it bit by bit like a detective. Archaeologist, like a detective, use all these sources to find about the past. So different people have different past. All are not have the same past. Even in Andaman Nicobar Island, if you see today people are doing fishing and hunting. But if you see in other areas, the occupation is different. Same time period, different area, people have different occupation. Similarly, in those days also, all the people will not have the same experience, same occupation, same type of lifestyle and all. So different lifestyles are there. It was all studied by these sources. And now you are seeing a pot from an old city. Pots like these were used about 4700 years ago. And old silver coin, it shows that silver items are there at that time. Coins such as this one were in use from about 2500 years ago. So from this coin, pots and all, we will get some information. So we know about the kings, battles they fought. All these things are all the records we are getting. Ordinary people such as hunters, fishing folk, gatherers, farmers, they are all not keeping any records. But still, these materials will give us some idea about their life also. Now, we go letters with the dates. That is history. We are having the study about much dates. So, BC mean before Christ, AD mean Anno Domini. We refer BC and AD. BC mean before Christ, AD mean Anno Domini in Latin language. Anno Domini means in the year of Lord, and then CE instead of AD and BCE instead of BC. CE stands for Common Era, BCE for before Common Era. So we use these terms because the Christian era is now used in most countries of the world. In India, we began using this form of dating from about 200 years ago. And sometimes the letters BP meaning before present are used. Again I repeat, BC before Christ, AD Anno Domini, CE Common Era, BCE before Common Era, BP before present. But in general, overall, everybody is using BC before Christ, that is before the birth of Jesus Christ, AD Anno Domini in the year of Lord. It means Jesus Christ is the God of Christians, that is Western people. So they are using AD Anno Domini in the year of Lord. So now this BC and AD are the terminology used world level. So I hope children you understood the lesson. So now we go for the assignment. The first question is what is manuscript? So you have to write what is manuscript. Manuscript, it was how it was written. You have to write. And the second one is list the various historical sources. You have to write what are the various historical sources. And the third one is what is the other name of India. So what is the other name of India? You have to write. Again I repeat the questions. What is manuscript? This is the first question. Second question, list the various historical sources. Third question, what is the other name of India? I hope you enjoyed the lesson, children. Thank you, children.